At what occasion was the suggestion for you to resign put to you?
At this meeting
On the 29th.
on the 29th.
Did this play a big part in your decision ultimately?
Ultimately, the decision I made was because I felt that it was the best thing for the party and to retain the integrity of what it means to be a member of parliament.
Did you feel that you had been let down by the party? And I'll explain why I asked this to give you a fuller picture, okay? We heard from Ms. Loh. She was obviously aware that you had met with the party once. She told us that she and Mr. Nathan asked to meet with the party DP on the 25th of November. And in the meeting, she came prepared with a list of reasons why it would be wrong for you to resign or to be expelled. She said that she stood up for you on a number of occasions on what you've done, and finally also made the point, I'll just check my notes. Also made the point to the DP that they themselves should also come clean and disclose that they had been aware of what you told them since August, since about 3 months ago. And she then told us that ultimately when you were told by the Workers' Party senior leadership to consider resigning from the party, she felt very betrayed, and those are her words. So that's from her perspective. And now asking you the same series of questions from your perspective. You have gone through this, made a speech, admitted that it was false, it's a mistake, but a few days after that you had approached the senior leadership and disclosed it to them, in your words, for the purposes of seeking counsel and advice. And also, I think you shared the same approach with Ms. Loh in that you told the senior leadership you leave it to them as to what guidance they would give. You went through the process. You didn't expect there to be a DP, but there was. You went through that process too. And at the end of that, on the 29th of November, in your words, you didn't think that he had reached a decision yet. But yet at the same time, on that same occasion, they raised the prospect of you considering resignation from the party. So in that context, my question is, did you feel let down? Were you taken aback?
My thought process after the meeting was that I had made this terrible mistake and that only I can account for it. So at that point in time, I was not thinking about whether I had been betrayed or whether I was not being supported by the party. My main concern was that I had affected the integrity of what it means to be a member of the Workers' Party and also a member of Parliament.
Right, I understand. Thank you. Would it be fair to say, Ms. Han, that you place some stock in the guidance that senior members of the party would give you, Mr. Singh, Ms. Lim, Mr. Manap, correct?
Correct.
And I think that's the reason why you went to them in the first place, correct?
Correct.
Can I ask you to consider this and tell me if you can answer? If they had told you on the 4th of October that you should come clean and clarify, would you have done so?
I would have done so, yes.
If they had told you that you should take up the interview with the police and explain the position and come clean, would you have done so?
I would have done so, yes.
So you did neither because they had told you that there will be no judgment in the case of the first instance and that you're under no compulsion in the case of the second instance, correct?
Correct.